When Bradley Skeete's over, we will be straight to Philadelphia for our 3 live fights from there. What a night it has been, and what a night will be. See you in 90 seconds. Oh, yes, it's just been one of those nights when every single fight was 50-50. Maybe not that last one, but the 3 before that were 50-50. We've had a blood and guts fight. We've had a couple of guys with an awful lot at stake going for it. We've had just about everything. What we didn't bring you was the women's fight, and that's because the Spanish cameras went dark. They went silent. They didn't film it. Now, I spoke to somebody out in Bilbao, and apparently there's a big debate at the moment involving sexism in sport in Spain. And it's something to do with the ring card girls. That's why if you've caught glimpses of the ring card girls on the show tonight, they're fully clothed. They're wearing jeans and T-shirts. And maybe the hypothesis goes that the women's fight wasn't shown either. Hey, who knows? Anyway, I made an apology before the fight, during the fight, and bizarrely, I still got criticised on Twitter, which is a bit harsh, I thought, Steve.
There's nothing you can do.
Where's the women? People said, I don't know.
The world, you're sitting here for 4 hours chatting boxing.
And listen, we've had a good job tonight. Jane Couch has been particularly enamoured of our performance this evening. Let me just go through one or two. We had a great competition. I mean, a brilliant competition. Okay, it was a really simple competition. It was you tell me the hardest night any British boxer had away from home in the European Championships. Right now, Bradley Skeete might be just coming close to having that type of night. He's fighting an unbeaten fighter. He's fighting Kerman at Lejarraga in Lejarraga's hometown. There's about 10,000 people inside this arena. Bradley Skeete is about to be introduced. I said it was going to happen. Let's have a little look and a little listen. Let's just have a look and see if this is going to be Bradley's walk.
Y ahora sí, vamos a recibir al aspirante londinense de este Campeonato de Europa del peso welter.
From London in Penge.
El 5 veces campeón del Reino Unido, Bradley Skeete.
You know what? When the commentary starts, it'll be the former WBO Super Featherweight Champion of the world, Barry Jones, and the man who's going to lead him into the ring with this, with Super Skeete, is of course the smooth voice of boxing, Mr. John Rawley. Thanks for being with us. This is where it gets serious. Let's go, Bradley. Enjoy it, boys.
Well, we've been a long time awaiting. And I'm sure Bradley Skeete would rather have been in here before now. Coming in alongside Andy Ayling, his security man Jason is over there as well. And here comes Bradley Skeete, all 6 foot 1 inches of him. Trainer Alan Smith with him as ever. You could say this fight is a calculated risk. Good payday for him, up against a real roughhouse fighter. And the gamble is that technically and through boxing skills, he's going to have enough to take the European title here. Good payday, but to an extent, going into the Lion's Den.
Yeah, that's always a worry, because you're going to the guy's backyard. Sometimes you give that extra 10% of a push. Now, stylistically, the fight is made for Bradley, but can he keep him away? I think he can, but you just don't know until we get in there. It's going to be physically a hard fight, but technically or tactically, he knows exactly what he has to do.
Getting a slightly hostile reception. They're wasting no time getting into the ring. Technically such a good boxer. Is his chin going to be tested tonight now, though, by this big punching Spanish challenger for the title? Apologies if
Y
you're
ahora sí,
getting some
damas y
unusual
caballeros.
effects coming through.
¡Vamos con el rock and roll! ¡Queremos ser campeones de Europa! ¡Recibamos como se merece! ¡Hagamos temblar el Bilbao Arena para recibir al revólver de Morga! Kerman Lejarraga.
Lejarraga makes his walk in now. The revolver from Bilbao, never been beaten. 24 victories and 19 of them inside the distance. Local man and the Bilbao public have turned out in force in the arena, some 11,000 of them. A very strong puncher, he's got power in both hands, but is he going to be cute enough to cope with Bradley Skeete? But as you can hear, massive support.
Yeah, and he's going to be right up for it, and you want to hope that he's over-anxious and over-eager with his work, and Bradley can pick him off. And let's just hope that Bradley keeps his composure as well, doesn't get overawed by being the away fighting in such a hostile environment.
He's been busy of late. He had 5 victories last year. All his fights, all his professional contests have been in Spain. Belgian referee tonight officiating. Bradley Skeete only had those 2 fights last year. Ranked number 11 by the WBO and the WBC, Bradley Skeete, and so close to getting that world title shot in December against Jeff Horn before the Australians' management decided against it. Daniel van der Wiel being introduced to the crowd. He's the referee tonight, and a very experienced referee indeed. Been around as a championship referee for many a year.
Os presento al aspirante londinense perteneciente al equipo.
Introductions for Bradley Skeete being met by predictable derision.
Con un récord profesional, 28 combates, 27 victorias, 12 de ellas por
Single
KO.
defeat on his record.
Sola derrota de Londres.
And since that loss, he certainly believes, and I think most people in the sport believe, that he's progressed as a fighter. Very, very tall indeed for a welterweight, stands 6'1". 185 to those of you who prefer to assess your heights with meters. And there's Lejarraga. Stockier, powerful, and with that Kostya style tussle of hair around the back of his head. 26 years old, younger man by 4 years, and you can see fully 10 centimetres shorter. So height and reach advantage with Bradley Skeete. Stylistically, it should be made for him. Instructions being given in English. And talking of Kostya, Alan Smith said that Lejarraga's style reminds him of Kostya. He's got a swarming style and he'll try to be all over Skeete. Skeete at his best. Terrific fighter fighting from range. Very good jab, and he might need it tonight, Barry.
No, the jab's going to be... the jab's always an important weapon, but more so for Skeete tonight. He needs that strong, hard jab just to stop Lejarraga in his tracks.
Moment.
He can cut the Spaniard. And listen to the support that he's getting from the Bilbao crowd.
Bucks!
He'll get an adrenaline rush from that, you can be assured. But that can only be an advantage to a point, and if he gets too hyped up from the support, it could work to his detriment.
Yeah, you let the crowd get into your head, you get over-eager trying to impress, or so you have a bit of success, and the crowd over-amplify that, you make mistakes, so a cool head prevails in this sort of situation. Nice positive start up from Skeete, he's not moving around too much.
Well, that's a glancing blow, but then the jab from Lejarraga does get through, and another one. Every success that the Spaniard has will be amplified by this crowd. The champs go up for Kerman and Lejarraga.
You've got to watch that front foot, Skeete. Because Lejarraga, he really stepped forward that jab, so you think he's out the range, but he'll step forward and punch right through the target. So she's got to be sliding back and forth.
And dangerous, as I said, with both hands. He's got power in both flanks, the Spaniard.
It's a good jab there from Skeete. And good distance as well. Lejarraga needs to double up with his jab. He needs to stay nice and low, punch to the chest of Skeete if he wants to get in close to land with that big right hand. Good jab there from the Spaniard.
Skeete's got to maximise that reach advantage on that jab with a real sting in it, like that. Interesting opening round so far. Lejarraga has had moments of success, particularly with the left hand. There's another good jab from the Spaniard, and another, getting applause from his corner. They like the way he's working, they like the way he's making the most of what he can behind that left lead of his own.
And that's a worry for Skeete. If Lejarraga can get success again, we've just seen there with his jab. Skeete should be dominating in that department. And even though Skeete's landing with a jab, he's just touching with it at the minute. And Lejarraga's a little bit more positive with his left hand.
He's not really punching through the target so far, Bradley Skeete.
He's obviously having a look and testing what he's got coming back.
Well, interesting opening round. Skeete on his way back to his corner to get advice from Alan Smith, and I think Lejarraga and his corner are going to be happy with the way that opening round went. Did the Spaniard take it, Barry?
Yeah, I think only just on the strength of the punches. Skeete was landing with the jab, but he was just touching the target a little bit. I think Lejarraga was just a little bit more positive when he had his success. It was a close fight round, but I would give it just an edge towards the Spaniard.
Clash of styles is there for all to see. Skeete has got to make the most of that 75-inch huge reach that he's got. Real fighter's face, hasn't he? High cheekbones. Almost looks as though he's got swellings under his eyes already, but he hasn't.
I think under the right eye, John, I think it's a little bit red.
You reckon?
Yeah, it might be a little bit swelling.
We go into the second round. Very interesting opening 3 minutes. Neither side really claiming decisive advantage. Clubbing blows from Lejarraga, partially blocked, landing with pretty much with the inside of the gloves on the arms of Skeete, and there again, this time blocked by the glove.
Good jab there from Skeete. If he's a little bit more weight behind there, not too much to leave himself open, just a little bit more snap and more weight. Just to stop this Lejarraga from just walking forward.
bouncing blow by the crowd, going mad here, surging towards the ring, and Skeete down in the second round, and he has a crisis now. He's got to keep this guy away. Another big right hand going in, and Lejarraga is going looking for him. We talked about his power, and there it is for all to see, and the body shot as well, and he's gone down for a second time. Left hand, and is he going to get up from that? I'm not sure he is. The count's at 8. He's up, but he's in real pain, and he's there to be taken. 90 seconds to go in the second round. More big body shots, and he's struggling to stay on his feet, looking to take him out. Kerman Lejarraga in the second round, and he's gone down to a second left hook to the body, a third knockdown, and it's been stopped. It's all over, and Kerman Lejarraga has sensationally defeated Bradley Skeete in the second round, and Skeete was just bombed out of there. First of all, a right hand to the head, the first knockdown, and then 2 crushing body shots, and in his Spanish jubilation and the gamble, the boxer against the puncher has gone dramatically wrong, and Bradley Skeete is defeated.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it was that early. I just thought that Skeete had his number, I've got to be honest, but that right hand, it almost looked like Skeete slipped. But I think that right hand, Skeete just moved to his left. Lejarraga just dipped that shoulder, threw that big right hand over the top, and it just hit Skeete right on the button. So Skeete did the right thing, he took the rest, but that left hook to the body, that was the real bad shot. You could see Skeete grimacing on the floor, asking questions of himself to rise up an 8. But then you could see he was on his feet, John, he was still killed over in pain. And another left hook to the body, then that was it, then he went down. I think there was the right call there from Alan Smith to throw the towel in. And what a result for this fella here. Now he just beat a guy who was world rated. We were all talking about, has the ability to go somewhere, and he's really catapulted himself into the world scene now there, Lejarraga.
Well, he has absolutely gate-crashed the rankings, and he is absolutely ecstatic. Let's watch again how it came. This is the first knockdown.
Good body shot there. It'll be here now, just takes a tip to the left. It's right on the button. It was so sweet, the shot, that I thought he'd slip. He obviously didn't slip. I thought he'd slipped.
It almost looked like a cuffing blow, didn't it? But he got it.
I got it. He just dips that head, dips that shoulder, brings the right hand over the top. And you were talking about relaxed styles and stuff, and that little low hand, but the body shot was the real damaging punch for Skeete. Even though he went on the floor with the right hand.
That was one.
That's the shot there, that left hook there, right around the back of the elbow. And
that's the first knockdown. And
you'll see him grimacing. They showed the angle now. But he was in that season trouble. He got up, he was still bent over when he got up. And that was it. And I think the toll comes in.
That was the end of the fight.
He's done though. Those body shots are, you can't see the trouble that you're in, but it's very hard to catch your breath and recover from it.
Brutal, Barry. We thought this guy was going to be made to measure for Bradley Skeete, but we talked about his power and the rugged, clubbing brawler. The puncher has comprehensively steamrolled the boxer.
And let's make no bones about it, this is the biggest win on this guy's record by a million miles. It really is, and for him now, he thinks he's on his way to a world title. And listen, he might deserve his shot now, John.
Damas y caballeros, el Chato!
That's celebration time in Belleville, Bow. We've had to wait a long time for it tonight, and I'm afraid to say for Bradley Skeete, an awful professional career setback.
Oh, well, I feel sorry for Bradley because he's bided his time. He's waited in the queue, maybe more than he should have. Kept wanting that Lonsdale belt. Missed out on a world title shot. And then gets his European title shot away from home, and it finishes in horrible, dramatic fashion for him.
Resultado del combate. Vencedor por KO técnico en el segundo asalto. Kerman Lejarraga.
Lejarraga has his arm held aloft for Bradley Skeete, a night of awful, bitter disappointment. Takes it like a man, takes it sportingly, but leaves the ring dejectedly. And it is a Spanish triumph, and the European champions belt will be wrapped around the waist of Lejarraga. And the question for Bradley Skeete, where now from here? It's going to be a long rebuilding operation. He's going to have to try and rebuild his career somehow. And here in Bilbao, massive, massive disappointment on the end of a brutal second-round defeat.
A shocker. An awful ending for Bradley Skeete. Dropped with a good shot to the head and a couple of good body shots. Hard, it was tough, it was brutal, and it was a shock, Steve.
It was a shock. I expected him, you know, to win a hard fight. I'm not shocked that, you know, maybe he got beaten, but in that fashion, so dramatic, in that second round, where I just think he got caught by a body shot about 10 seconds before the first knockdown.
And the thing is, Steve, in the first round, there's not a lot in it. They both score with a few jabs. The crowd cheer when the guy's ponytail flaps in the wind, but there's not a lot in it. No. Then we get to the second round. Let's go through the second round in detail. Okay. Now, going into the second round here, you've got no sense of what's coming up.
There was nothing, no indication. It was just a feeling out round the first round, Steve.
I thought his jabs were well. Look at Brett sticking the jab out properly there. He's moving away from the right hand.
And it's very short. I think he gets caught.
He's making Herman miss with the jab. Made him miss perfectly there with a big hook. Hit him with a jab, Brad. Hit him with a good jab. Maybe a bit more power behind him, but still a good jab. Good jab again. Good jab again. Covered up brilliantly.
He missed again, didn't he, there?
You know, he's floating through. He's 30 seconds in and he's quite comfortable. He's not panicking. He's hitting him with jabs. He's making him miss.
You almost give him thinking he's in control of what's going to happen.
He's starting to enjoy it. And then he just moves out and he gets caught on the point of the chin. It staggers him, he goes down. Could he have stayed up? Yeah, but he's a sensible move. He's now getting 8 seconds.
He's almost looked at the corner to say, yeah, I'm okay.
Now he's fractured it. He's marked up, I didn't understand, under the left eye. Steams it again. He's still not panicking, Steve.
No, he's circling the ring.
He's making him miss with that big right hand, and of course
there's the body shot there.
Just underneath the right elbow.
Behind the elbow, it was,
straight into the liver.
You know what? He's had to summon every ounce to get up from that first knockdown as well, Steve.
Daniel van der Wilde, not a fast count either, by the way, so he's got a good break. He's still got 90 seconds left. It's gone in again.
It was almost like he nearly thought of going down again then from a little shot, Steve.
He shot that second shot. Oh! So they're going in, 3 of them below the elbow, and Allen drops the towel in. Less than 2 minutes into round 2. Those were, I've got to be honest with you, they were good shots, Steve.
Hey, all credit to, you know, we're feeling, you know, I felt Bradley was in control to start of that second round as if he knew how.
Well, he wasn't panicked, let's put it that way.
But you've got all credit to, you know, he had home advantage and all, and was also heavily in his favour, that crowd, but nothing wrong.
Just have a look here, Steve. This is the second round before he lands the clipping shot that drops him. Brad moves away. In fact, what he does, he moves his right leg behind him to get out of the way.
Body shot about 5-10 seconds before it, Steve. Another left to the body.
It's a big looping shot. See, I think what he's done is he's done a thing where he's turned. He's moved his right foot behind him to get away, and that there, you see,
the right foot there, yeah.
And what's happened then is he's almost. It's been a tough night, a very hard night. We've waited very patiently for Bradley Skeete, and unfortunately it didn't work out tonight. Still plenty of places to go. He's still relatively young. He's 30 years of age, but he's a young 30 years of age. He's a young 30. Plenty of things he can do. You know, he can come back, he can look at some other stuff, but there is always that danger that now you do a thing where instead of a year of rebuilding, you take another hard fight. It's going to be tough, Steve.
Yeah,
just in summation before we close, Steve, it's going to be tough.
It's going to be, but he's had 29 fights now, Steve. You know, can he go and have another 18 months rebuilding where he's near his 32nd birthday? One of the reasons they took this fight was Alan Smith was telling me that he was frightened he was to get beat at domestic level.
Well, Steve, thank you. You've been with me. We will be back very shortly with our 3 fights, including the world title fight, Isaac Dogbo against Jesse Magdaleno from Philadelphia. From us here at Box Nation, thanks for being with us, and our best goes out to Bradley Skeete. It just wasn't his night in Bilbao. See you in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.